I don't really know how to start this video. I don't. So this all started like roughly 10 days ago, or 11 or 12. I think it was April 2nd. I was browsing through Discord and I had seen, ooh, Epic MegaGrants. I had this project in mind and I was gonna make it. You know, I was like, okay, I could get a mega grant for this. All I need to do is make a demo showing them the idea. And so I set out to do that. I was so committed to it that I bought a flash drive, moved everything that I didn't need to that flash drive, and then tried to install Fortnite on my system. Except that's not what happened at first. At first I thought, okay, I have a flash drive with more space than my actual computer. Let's just use the flash drive to have Fortnite and UEFN. I can't start a session on there for some reason. I contacted the forums. They just said, I said, hey, has anyone been able to do this on an external hard drive, SSD, anything? The most I got was someone explaining what the error was. So I fixed it by doing that massive thing. My computer doesn't have space to hold pretty much anything. All right, I barely got UEFN on there, and right after that, they added the Sabrina Carpenter. Instead of going, no, that's over, I tried, hack it up, delete it, now I have enough space for TF2 at least, I said, no, let's try. We're going to build this prototype and that which I already know. Regular Fortnite Creative. The idea that I had, without reading it, it was called the Night Driver of Neo Tilted. It was very simple. You play as a guy with a gun who, when you aim down the sight, slow-mo. When you swap your weapon, you get crits. When you headshot a guy, you get to move faster. It's designed to make you go, yes, I can do this. I'm that guy. I am shooting enemies in the face and feeling good. It has a great sort of neo-noir, Hotline Miami-esque aesthetic. It doesn't matter now. So that's the idea. That's the baseline idea. I'm trying to figure out how to structure this like a normal video. This is not a normal video. This may be a normal Keyshaun video. 500 subscribers and I will snort this like cocaine. But the videos that you see every day are more structured than this. I had never used UEFN before. Coding and stuff, it always feels foreign to me. It always feels like I'm looking at a black screen with all the text that I barely understand. Even when I understand what the code means, I don't understand the code somehow. Help me! But you know what? I'm like, you gotta do what you gotta do to get the grant. I had 10 days. 10 days to make the grant. It was actually 11, or maybe it was 12 or whatever. I forgot which one. Either way, I'm like, okay, let's start doing so. I didn't get that. It took me 2 days just to get to the point where I had it installed. I put the project file on the flash drive, and still, that wasn't enough. Fortnite and Sabrina Carpenter. It wasn't just Sabrina Carpenter. Even if it didn't update then, I couldn't continue it. It wouldn't have been sustainable, because if I get to install and make this prototype perfectly with 5 gigabytes left on my system, on my computer, and then what season is this? I don't know. Season 5 billion comes out, and it's another 10 gigs right after that. I'm done. I'm cooked. It's over for me. So what are your options? Nothing's working out. You moved all your space. Literally, there's nothing else you could possibly move at all. Okay, looks like we're just gonna have to go back to the basics. So that's exactly what we did. We went back to that which we knew. So I asked them to formulate a checklist of what I needed to do, and I got to work. I got to work implementing everything. You wanna see what it looks like?
This man didn't save his gameplay. He just doesn't know it yet.
What project is he working on, alright? He's talking about this big project. He's been yapping for 8 minutes straight, yet he doesn't know what the freaking project is. I haven't seen it. I'm getting bored. I haven't seen enough Fortnite YouTube shorts yet. Okay, give me a second. It's loading. And the moment I move my face away, do you just get black? Yeah, you do. Great. How are ya? Alright, so welcome to this mismatch of a project that I was waiting till today to put the finishing touches on. Oh, how sweet. So this is where the code, this is what the code looks like. I've seen micro reviews. You don't care about the explanation of the code. So we'll just start the game and show you what I did. What I was working towards, and I didn't even finish it. I don't see a reason to. Not now. This isn't even what the finished product will truly look like. This is as close as I could possibly get to the finished product given the circumstances and time constraints, but this isn't even the finished product. All right, so you open in front of your car, and this is a payphone. The night driver gets his missions from a payphone. You answer the call. Now, the dialogue UI will be completely different, but we didn't get that far. And all of this empty space would have been filled with placeholder buildings and stuff like this, just ruined versions of the prefabs. Not much choice. Okay, Rebel needs help clearing out a shadow where Midas is supposedly staying at. It's a risky lead, but if it gets me out of this dying city, I'll do whatever it takes. So this is dialogue. This is baseline dialogue. Now, if I were recording this for a game, you know, like for my grant, that I probably wouldn't have even gotten anyways, to be honest with you. I would drive in the car, that would trigger, and I'd go to this thing, and I'd hit this button, and then I'd walk with the character. Oh wow, look at it. Except, you know, the mutator, the movement modulator doesn't even work with the first person.
No, unacceptable.
I want to die.
By the way, that choice isn't even real. That's not a real choice. I ran out of time. I'm like, why am I, if I'm just recording a video for something that they cannot play, why am I bothering to make multiple choices? You want to see something cool? If it works, it worked this time. Isn't it wonderful? Doesn't that look cool? That looks so cool. Maybe if I didn't spend time making that work, combining all the cameras necessary to make that work, I would have finished the project. Check this out. Hit the ready button, he's turned around, and all these guys spawn. The whole point of this game is you shoot the guy, then you change your weapon. Now, you wouldn't have to change your weapon all the time if the game worked properly and I could put in that bullet time thing that I wanted. But alas.
You're gonna right click, go to cinematics, click level sequence. Let's call this slow.
You want to see what Gunslinger does? Gunslinger works like really well. Now, granted, these guys are like protected by. And then a big guy spawns. 1, 2. Whoa, I missed. Oh, fantastic. You see that go thing? That's reminiscent of like old Streets of Rage and stuff. You know, that's cool. I like that of ideas. So, another conversation segment. Want to see a funny haha that I came up with when I was super tired? Statistically, the current population of Neo Tilted is 56. Keep talking, I'll make it 55. Oh wow, activate Gunslinger. It doesn't work. My mistake. This is a really cool section. It actually works. You know, I'm not selling you on this, but some John Epic is gonna be like, oh man, this guy's really angry about this. Oh, never mind, this project actually sucks, so I wouldn't have gotten it anyways. All right, so this is as far as I got. I'm adding a bunch of random stuff because I'm tired. What's the point of that? Let me just wake up bright and early, finish it before it turns April 15th. I'm like, okay, cool. The next part of this would have been, all right? Rebel's like, oh my goodness, what is that? What gun is that? And he's like, oh yeah, that's from chapter 2, season 7, the rail gun. What are you, scared of it? Yes, I'm scared of it. I've never dealt with, I haven't seen lasers before, dude. You go that, and then you have the option to be either encouraging or, you know, mock the character for being, you know, scared. And you go here, shoot a guy. You go here, you're like, get out of the shower. Oh man, that's so funny. You vault over this thing, and then you go through here, and then I didn't feel like, I didn't put the walls up, and then you grind. I don't know if this works. I didn't test it because I thought I'd have time to fix this. This is when I realized I should probably go to bed. And then you go in here. I probably wouldn't have time for the cutscene, but hey, isn't that funny? It's not Midas, it's the Midas fish. That's hilarious, isn't it? It's so funny. All right, well, you get the point. This is the project. This is what I made. This is what I spent my time making. It would have been just like a trailer at the most. Just like, hey, this is the idea. This is the vision. If I didn't get in, at least I could say I made the project and put in the application. But I got 90% through. I checked everything off of the list. The weapon swap crits, the crits on the speed boost on headshot, all of that. I got so far. And just to lose when you're on the cusp of greatness. I rather would have lost when I was 5 minutes into it than when I was 12 days into it. But hey, you know what? What can you do? Nothing. I can't do anything. I was gonna put on there, maybe this sounds bonkers as you've seen the actual project. I was gonna put on there that I was gonna ask you for what amount of money on what. What do you need the money for, and this and this and that. So I'm looking at my computer, and I'm like, this is unacceptable. I think if this thing has 235 gigabytes, this flash drive, that thing has 237. As in my computer, has 237 gigabytes of space. Most of that is taken up from system files, and it's like, I need a new computer. If I'm gonna be able to do this, look it up. Like, can I just buy a new spot, buy an SSD? I can get Fortnite on a flash drive easy. I'll DoorDash one from Best Buy right now, a fresh one, just to show you that it just won't work because it won't let me start a session to test my code. And if I can't test my code, how do I know it works? I can't know how it works. So that was a rhetorical question. I don't know why I looked at you like you were gonna answer it. So I was gonna ask for a new PC. Not like a PC, maybe another laptop. Just 1,500. And then you might go, huh? But this one was 700. And I'm looking, like, it'll show a pop-up and it's like, based off of your specs, this would be a next upgrade for you. Your current computer's not supported, or whatever it was saying. And I'm like, oh, that thing was $1,587. And I'm like, I didn't plan on buying a new computer for this, but if I am going to work on this, I will need a new computer if I've done. The main thing that I wanted the grant for was just gonna be like, before all of this nonsense, just like, hey, I just need a little bit to like get voice acting, like right after everything is done. You know, I need a little bit of voice acting. I like a little bit for some music because I make music. I was supposed to release an album a year ago. I didn't. so I made this video because, well, I don't know. I just felt some type of way. Today would have went completely differently. And you know, you wake up and the thing that you've been spending the last week and a little bit on, you know, it doesn't really mean anything anymore. How far you got is completely negated by the fact that you missed. If that makes any sense. Like, I was almost there, and all of the stuff that got me to almost there is now completely negated by the fact that I just didn't get there. All I needed to do was spruce this up, dress it up, put that little interaction there with the guy in the bathtub, maybe a scream. They probably have that in the 500 audio files. Move a camera around somewhere to make the cutscene look cool. Pan the camera out to the driver when he's looking at the payphone, so it's not just standing there reading text. It's standing there reading text while looking at your character. It makes a difference. So I woke up, I went to the grant website, submit your project, submitted this page. Anyone who submitted a grant before, they would know I didn't think to take a screenshot of a application to submit a grant, but I just submitted this instead. I hate the most that they just said April 14th. I hate the most that they didn't say 12 a.m. April 14th. I hate that they didn't say April 14th at 3 p.m. UTC or whatever time zone that they're in. It reminds me of when I was in high school and they would, in Google Classroom, they'd always go, due tomorrow. At what time tomorrow? At 12 a.m. tomorrow? Meaning I have to get it done today? Or is it due when I walk in the building tomorrow? Or rather, is it due at 11:59 tomorrow? Meaning I have a whole extra day to do it. These are things that I need to take into consideration. When 12 a.m. rolled around, I thought about the possibility. I thought about the possibility of them randomly closing it while I was sleeping. If they didn't close it at 12 a.m., I reckoned that they wouldn't close it until the end of April 14th. I was wrong. They were true to their word. And, yeah, skill issue, I guess. On the plus side, I tried the nether sauce. Check it. It's the nether. This stuff is weird. It's okay. It's junk food sauce. Nothing to write home about. I know what I'm gonna do now. I know I got stuff to do now. I always got stuff to do. This This is one of them. I tried. I tried.